Okay, here's a update on my modification for a silent guitar by I think it's Sojing. Also, I think a Gitano, and makes also has a makes one like this. I think it's the exact same guitars, just different branded. Now I've cut this out, this back piece, which will be my back. Right now it's kind of thick, as you can tell there, and I'm not sure. I'm thinking about leaving it that thickness and just routing out the inside here down to thin it out, and then just leave it that thick. Then I'm going to take a flush bit for the router and come around here and trim this all the way to where it goes to this where it's level with the outside of the guitar. And then I'll take another router bit, a round off bit, and round it off. Now right now, as you can see, there's holes there that could also be used for the sound holes, but I think I'm going to cover these up and I'll make a sound hole from the front. I'll get my front pieces. I've started them. It will not be the same. Here are the front pieces that I've. This is a regular cedar fence post I got from Home Depot, and then I did the best I could to use my table saw to make the join in so they butt up so I could glue them together. And these are really two pieces because the width was not wide enough from the cedar fencing that I got. And then I do have a planer, a 13-inch planer, and then I plane these down to approximately 1/8 of an inch. And these will fit in here. Of course, that one goes down here, and this will go up here. These are going to, as obviously here, will be halves, and this will show the halves. I haven't got them; they're not fitting yet. And then this will also have a place in here for where the sound could come out. These will be recessed into the into here to where it will be basically as flat as this part of the guitar. Still got to make some binding to go around in the inside here. I put some right in here. This will help stiffen up this portion of the guitar, and that's what that will sit on. And then this part isn't the way it's going to be when I'm done. I'm going to cut it out to where the sound hole will be projecting more forward and not just out to the front. And then I'll probably cut it and be somewhat like an eye shape here for a sound hole, and down here too, where it'll be that shape. I've also, as I mentioned before, cut this out for it's a bass guitar pickup. I bought a few of them online from some Chinese or Japanese place, and they were only like a couple of dollars a piece, a piece. And then I'll have a pickup in here. I'll have the Pazio pickup set up, and then I'll probably put the controls down here in a moon fashion, volumes and the tones, and then I'm going to also put some Artec little mini effects. I'll put a vintage, I think I'll probably on this one I may put the vintage tube booster and the QDD3, which is different settings of distortion. It has 4 different distortion settings plus a true bypass. And then, like I said, in the back here where there's a gap there, I also plan, I've already cut some wood out, little wood blocks, glued them, and I'm probably going to profile it to fit in there to block that off. And then, like I said, it'll be curved out, and then stain it. The stain will be a black stain, and it looks really well on a cedar, especially this cedar. It looks nice, and it should fit this guitar. The finish is dark anyway, because this will be, after I stain, it'll be a dark brown, reddish color, hopefully similar to that. And then I still have to think about how I'm going to do, if I want to do individual things here for the piezo pickup for a volume and tone control, and then of course there'll be a three-way switch, and I think I'll probably put a three-way switch in and a two-way switch to where I can select which distortion I want. Or well, I mean another three-way, maybe two three-way switches, one to select which distortion I want, or both, and then another three-way switch for the piezo or the magnetic pickup, or both. And that's where I'm at now. Like I say, this part right here, I may just take a router, thin this down to about 1/8 of an inch, leave this whole thickness in the back here where it's at, which is what, approximately I don't know, 3/8 maybe, and then just round it off, give a little bit more stiffness. And also, the front part, I will be gluing these down. As I get them in there, they'll be glued down and they'll be permanent. The back part I've got here, and I'm waiting to get my flush bit for the router, and then I'll do that, and then I'm going to position and measure for screw holes, because the back is going to be screwed on and not glued on, so I want to be able to access it. And then of course I'll have to put a battery box in here somewhere, probably in the back somewhere, and still have to figure out how I'm going to do the piezo pickup, if I want to do that, or get one of those little box units and see if I can get one to fit up in here. It's got to be in this section here so it's hid. Hopefully it'll fit right around in here somewhere and it's not too wide, so I'll have to cut out on it, into this. Anyway, that's where I'm at now. Like I said, it's the regular cedar fencing. I bought it Home Depot, kind of like squared them up myself, and with the tools I have, and planed them, glued them together to get my pieces. So I still have a ways to go, but hopefully within a couple weeks I'll be where I need to be, where I can actually play it. And then I have a few more. I might change the nut out. I think it's plastic, more than likely. I'd like to change it out to a bone. And that's for this update.